Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, it's going to be a long macro ZVZ, well, relatively long, between Queen and Soma, from Caster Muses Star League Season 3. I'll link it to his YouTube channel, and I got it from RJB, so I'll link it to his channel as well in the comments. And top right, here on Grandline 2.2, we've got ourselves a red Zerg player. It's gonna be Queen. And in the bottom right, a blue Zerg player. It is Soma. So what the heck makes this a relatively long macro game? I'm curious to find out. Hit that like button if you like a ZVZ. Been a while since I've done one of these because, I don't know, they're pretty much all the same. But if they get past the 7-minute mark, weird stuff starts to happen. One base openers are very common in ZVZ. One base Mutalisk, rushing, and early pools. But let's see here. No pools coming up. Overpooling it. Or maybe going hatch first on this giant 4-player map. Risking it. Got our Zerg music because it is a ZVZ, all very appropriate. Okay, so there's the overpool. And on the other side, delaying his a little bit further is Queen. Now, the trick here when ZVZ is the player that gets their pool second is actually in an advantage because they're going to have a higher drone count and they don't need their lings until the enemy lings actually show up. So you make your lings down here with the early pool and you're like, haha, I got my pool first, but then you have to wait for your slow lings to get all the way across the map and start attacking, and there you go. Your enemy got their pool, and they have a better economy than you do, right? And actually, that doesn't seem to be working out very well for my theory. Oh, I wasn't even looking here. Whew, boy, this is going to be a little bit more difficult. If you go for a hatch first against an overpool from somebody as good as Soma is, that's going to be a difficult hold for sure. Let's see if Queen can pull it off, man. I mean, this might be a longer replay just because, I don't know, it ends early and then somebody sticks around for a few minutes. I hope that's not the case. That isn't usually the case. That's not usually how it happens in these Brood War games. So let's check it out, man. Pool. Yeah, man, that pool is done. Oh, wait, he's not even... Okay, never mind. He didn't make any lings at all. He's just going for Mutas then. Well, good. I think that actually benefits Queen immensely. His second base is way ahead. His done. And Soma's is like 60% done. Oh, it's going to be so good for him. And he's getting his lair timing. He's behind on that. So yeah, definitely different builds here. We're going to get a Spire out first for Soma, but it's not going to be that much further behind, I don't think, from Queen. Not like he's going to be forced into making Spores or forced into making, I don't know, Hydralisks or something to try to deal with it. It is always... Man... it's always the player who gets the Mutas out and is winning the Muta count. If the other player goes for Hydras, it's really hard for them to win. You can't have map control in that situation. Okay, interesting. Queen does make some lings to try to force, you know, get a little pressure down here on Soma. And you know what? It's going to work, too. There's only 4 lings and no sunken here yet. So we got 6. So 6 versus 4 should be one, but extra 2 popping out here from Soma. And yeah, this is just going to be a bit of a harass. I mean, ling versus ling battles, I never know who's going to win these things in the sunken finishes. So these are now officially scouting lings. If they can kill something, that'd be great. But you don't need to scout because there's an overlord right here. Whatever, man. These guys are just here to be annoying more than anything else. Anyway. Spire coming up, and ta-da, Spire coming up. See how much... It's not even that much of a difference. What did we hit? 200 there. We're at 260. Yeah, so Soma's not even that ahead on his Spire. Look at this ling pressure. That Queen's continuing to push on over here. This is not something that I don't think Soma is interested in doing all that much, is dealing with ling pressure. He'd rather just be droning and hanging out, but that meanie Queen is forcing him to make more lings to defend, forced him to make a sunken. It's 14 to 14 workers who are dead even on that. Taking a second gas just now did Queen, and no second gas from Soma yet. So if we're talking about gas for Mutalisks, which we definitely are, Queen's going to have a nice advantage there. And he does have a whole bunch of lings out, too. Well, let's see how this goes. This is going to be tight. ZVZs are very rarely like just a one-sided stomping. The meta in the matchup is just too fine-tuned at this level to be like, oh yes, someone showed up with 12 Zerglings and the other guy didn't know what was happening and he died. Part of that is because there's nothing that can really shoot up in the early game, and so Overlords are really fantastic at scouting these paths and seeing exactly what your opponent is up to, so sneaking something in on them, anything past a super early pool is just really hard to do. So yeah, Ling's poking in from Queen. It's good positioning on the Lings from Soma. He's got a Sunken up here as well. Queen's a bit of an old school player, an older style player. Soma's a bit of a new blood here. But I think Soma's very capable of winning this thing. I do. ZVZs are a bit of a clown fiesta anyway, and that does kind of turn it into a situation where the lower ranked player can get a win in a situation where maybe that would not be possible otherwise. Oh, these Lings. Oh, Mutas actually. Mutas jumping over. Queen supply blocked. We saw him lose that Overlord. Muta count is very important here. Upgrades are very important here too. Both players getting a single set of Scourge. Muta count is 7 for Soma. It is also 7 for Queen. They haven't really engaged at this point. We'll see who goes for upgrades first. Drone count, we're just sitting at 14. Both players are very, very happy. Anyway, hit that like button if you're enjoying this. I'm here 5 times a week with Brood War content. Oh, 8 Mutalisks. And Scourge are trying to get connections too. Oh, just the chaos over here is just... Sure, somebody's probably winning this. Apparently Queen did, huh? Yeah, only 3 Mutalisks in that stack to 5. Okay, Queen, 5 is bigger than 3. It turns out we've done some studies here at the Falcon Paladin channel, and that is the result of our rigorous scientific method usage. Anybody droning up? Queen lost some drones. Guess to the Mutalisk harass. Nice target firing there. Sheesh by Soma. Ah, picked off a couple of Somas too, though. He's down to 13. Low econ, Muta versus Muta battles. If you clicked on this, you knew what you were getting into. Just Muta vibing on Muta. So we're at 7 minutes, and this is where we start getting to, like, someone maybe tries to risk getting a third base and overextends that way and they die. Or there's just a big Muta clash, Muta versus Muta, and then someone comes out on top there and then the other person dies. It's not usually a... Right? It's not usually like a back and forth, back and forth. We get a third base, then a fourth base. Then both players are on 5 bases, and this map is huge, so we're having battles all over the place. It's very scary to expand in ZVZ because Mutas are such a big deal, and just dealing with them is so hard. We don't have stacks of Marines. We don't have turrets. Zergs don't, right? Don't have even cannons can be good. We don't have any Corsairs. Like, Mutas are good fighting against Mutas, but they don't destroy them. And it all comes down to, I mean, Mutas were maybe the best unit in StarCraft 1 because so many units were designed around killing them when Brood War was released. Anywho. Fun stuff, nevertheless. All right, so what do we got here? 50 to 50 supply. It's very even. It's a 13 to 15 worker setup here. So Queen gonna maybe try to jump in. Oh, the micro here is sick. I don't even know. Okay, that's really bad. But no, extra Scourge popping out for Soma are huge. Just in the nick of time. He was out. He did not have any Scourge left over. And then Defender's advantage. Scourge popped up and saved his patootie. Very nicely done. 13 to 13 workers, 45 to 44 total supply. Extraordinarily, stupidly even right now. Hilarious. All right, man, what are we doing here? Is that it? Is this going to be Mutalisks and Scourge to the end of time? Or the end of this match? All right, so Muta count. We got 11 there because we need the stacking with the Overlord. We've got 12 actually here from Queen, so he does seem to have maybe a single Mutalisk advantage. Yep, nice snipe on a drone there. Beautiful targeting from Soma. That was not easy. Look how well stacked these Mutas are, too. It looks like almost one Mutalisk if you don't look at it closely enough. Scourge connecting. Oh, now Queen loses all of his Scourge, and he's on the retreat here. Oh, this is not looking good for Queen all of a sudden. How many Mutas are we at? Oh, not that many. And actually, not that many for Soma either. It's like 7 to 8 or something. This is good. This is some really good ZVZ shenanigans. Is Soma getting the upper hand? But no. The numbers are telling us not really no. But however, man, he's chasing inside. 3 Mutalisks to 2 Mutalisks. I can't believe he's sticking around. Yeah, he probably shouldn't have stuck around there, but my gosh, that was as even a Mutalisk battle as you possibly ever will see. There were 3 Mutas left for Queen and 1 for Soma when that thing ended. That's nutsoid. 30, but it's not even that much of an advantage for Queen. He is up 17 to 13 workers, which doesn't seem like a lot. But in a mirror matchup and a ZVZ where there's only this many workers running around, a 4-worker discrepancy is a big deal. I think Queen might be doing it here. It's 3 to 2 Mutalisks. Oh, the low econ. The low econ is low, boys. Man, if you like Mutalisks, ZVZ's your favorite matchup, huh? Although they show up in TVZ a lot, so maybe you just like TVZ. I don't know. Ooh, swell. Oh, this feels like an attempt at game ending. Bunch of Lings out. 46 to 37 supply all of a sudden. Pokes in with a couple Lings just to see what's going on. There's a Sunken. There's a handful of Lings to help with that ground army. Let's see if we do it. Queen going for the jugular. Like I said, third bases are just kind of like... They can be an afterthought in this matchup. Going for an evolution chamber. Maybe he wants some spores up because he's going to go for a big attack on Soma and doesn't want Soma coming back around and trying to maybe like murder his economy while he's away. Or maybe it's an upgrade for the Lings. Quel possible? $18 to 13 workers. Queen just has this advantage right now. There's 1 worker on minerals for Soma down here at his base. Super zoom. Man, super zoom is not good when everything's happening along the right edge of the map, is it? No, it's not. Alright, making his move here is Soma, trying to jump on top as well as he can. But the Mutalisk count is a lot heavier, and the Spore's helping a lot there too against those Mutalisks. There are re-clicking 10 of them. And on this side, only 8 and a lot of injured Mutalisks here. So he did invest in a Spore, an extremely tactically advantageous position here. Loving that from him. I think Queen just has it. It's 52 to 41 supply. Queen just keeps getting kind of further ahead, it feels like. Not that you're ever going to mine out your base, so it's not like you need a third. Oh, what a mess. ZVZ, just a chaotic fun mess, right? Mutalisks on the wind. Oh, 12 of them out now. What are we able to afford here, Soma? Soma, where's your Muta stack, buddy? Here it is. He's got 11, but the injuries seem heavier on Soma's side here. Much more healthier Mutalisks here from Queen. 62 to 50 total supply. Soma coming around again. He knows he's behind, and he can't just sit back. Overlord Snipe does supply block Queen. That's a victory. Quite a victory there. Just trying. He's like, come fight where my spores are, genius. Come on. You know you want to do it. You want to fight where their spore is? No, Soma says. I'm going to come from the north direction. Try to snipe some of your stuff here, too. Ah, Muta goes down. Hard, impossible to tell whose it was. Oh, found. Oh, rogue Mutalisk. Away from the pack, dead now. It's 11 to the 12. Again, healthier here from Queen. He's okay. He decides to push out a little bit. Gets, oh, nicely done. Enough to wipe out those Scourge fantastically. Do 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 do. All right, Queen making a push here. Just jumping right on top of them Mutalisks. And this is what it is sometimes, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it, man. Soma just gets his Muta count wiped out, and GG! Queen is your winner in 15.5 minutes. He does want to stick around and kill some stuff. Look at that. Queen feels good about that win, man. And there it is. Done. I like how these Scourge popped out. Soma left a while ago, friends. So if we go back, I kind of want to watch that last fight again. Hit that like button, though. I mean, I was expecting maybe something a little bit more out of the ordinary, but whatever. If you clicked on ZVZ, that's what this is. You got what you clicked for. Slow it down a bit. We're going to watch Soma's Mutas here. 67 to 40. It's just so much to overcome. So is this still up? The 39, 35, 33, blah, 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 blah. Everything dies there. Yeah, that was that. Bam. All right, good stuff. So congratulations to Queen getting the win there. It's just death by 1,000 cuts, right? It's not even necessarily it was a big battle or even a medium-sized battle that Queen won early that gave him this advantage. It was just he got up his hatch first. He took advantage of that. That was a small thing. He came around, he killed a couple drones. The gas was a little bit later for Soma. And then from there, it's just, can you get a slight advantage on the Muta Scourge engagements? All 16 of them you're going to have over the next, 10 minutes. And that's exactly what happened. So, go figure. ZVZ at its finest. Bunk. End of the day, 71,000 points for Queen, 57,000 points for Soma. Not ideal, obviously. 90 to 67 kill is a pretty big discrepancy in 15 minutes in a mirror matchup, especially. No players killed any buildings today, which is totally understandable. Gas mine, pretty similar, but more minerals coming out here from Queen. The Lings were fairly good pressure too, and outspent his opponent by about 1,000, less than that. So GG. GG indeed, and that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.